Alright guys, my name is the Retired God and welcome back to another video. This one is insane. I dropped 2 nukes and I'm gonna be showing you the 2 best classes that you could use to drop a nuke. It's undisputable, okay? The 2 that I have used in order to get my nukes and the 2 others that I've been really close to have been with this Vapor class. It is amazing. Plus they just buffed the Vapor as a little bit, and they did buff the other gun as well that I'm about to tell you about. But the class setup is elo, rapid fire, stock, and suppressor. Fantastic gun. I mean, you can rock whatever camo you want on it, but I just like running diamond. I run acoustic sensor, extremely helpful. It did get nerfed a little bit, but it's still really good. And then you got to run tag mask, gung ho, dead silence. Dead silence for the acoustic sensor users. Obviously, you could run ghost, but if you're streaking up, you can just like prevent them from getting a UAV streak in the first place. So, or you can just depend on your teammates to knock it down, whatever. But gung ho replaces the quick draw, so that's really helpful as well. And then tag mask, you don't need to worry about counter UAVs. You don't have to worry about nothing, okay? This perfect tag mask is amazing. But this is the first class that I wanted to show you guys, and the class that I've used in this video, and the one that I use for a majority of my nuclear streaks. The second one is going to be the KN, man. Suppressor is in these nuke runs is, in my opinion, like probably the most important part, because you basically give yourself a free counter UAV. But I haven't run with this class much, but hybrid mag, stock, rapid fire, and suppressor is probably the way to go, in my opinion. Take out gung ho, but stick with the tag mask and dead silence for that extra attachment in the gun. And then you gotta run acoustic sensor. It's amazing. But yeah, these are gonna be my 2 most unstoppable nuclear classes, I guess you could say. So but other than that, yeah guys, let's get right into the video. Alright, this is the game, man. This is my first ever nuclear on Black Ops 4. Feels really good, but it's on Morocco Safeguard. Gotta love it, man. So I'm gonna be using that Vapor class setup that I showed in the intro. Gotta be rocking the stock, rapid fire, elo, and oh my goodness, stock, rapid fire, elo, and suppressor. Jeez, the most important part. But man, this was an incredible game. Unfortunately, I did record both of these in theater mode because I was not expecting to drop a nuke. Yeah, I was not planning on it, and I wasn't like recording at that time. Like I wasn't doing live comms at that time, which was kind of regretted it. But I have not hit a live nuclear yet, so I don't know. I might have to start like streaming the game a little bit or something. This was a crazy moment right there. I thought I was gonna die for sure, but I've been trying to implement the fist into my gameplay, and it is really helped me out a lot. So I don't know why I started reload right there, but I decided to do the YY cancel. And then here I was, oh my god, that was again another punch in play. That was ridiculous. I had 3 bullets in my gun. I was like, no, I'm gonna lose my streak here. And I ended up punching him and doing the 1 bullet to hit him. It was crazy. I couldn't believe myself, to be completely honest. But I tried to cut this up a little bit. I died, and I had like a few like streaks before like the start of this. But I decided to just cut all that out and start it at the beginning of the nuclear streak, just so it wasn't like an extremely long video. It's going to be like 15 minutes long or something like that, so I wanted to cut it down a little bit. But man, right here I'm on a ruthless right now, so that's a 15. So I was at a 15. I had the sniper's nest. I didn't want to call it in because there was like a minute left, or like less than that in that game. So I decided not to call it in, and I was kind of like streaking right here, so I didn't want to call anything in, like because I didn't want to just ruin the game and just give myself all my streaks. But once I got the strike team, I decided to call everything in, and just like be like, okay, whatever, you know, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But I wasn't like too worried about getting a nuke at this point. But I had to be really smart with my gunfights. By the way, this is prior to the nerf, or not to the nerf, the 1.13 update. So the acoustic sensor reaches further, and the initial recoil pattern is not as good as it used to be, or it's not as good as it is in this new update. But you're gonna see me back off of a lot of gunfights when I see like all the acoustic sensor things tripping off. You know, I'm like, okay, let me back up a little bit, get myself into like as many 1v1 gunfights as I can, because taking on 2 people at once is not what I want. Unless they're, of course, shooting at somebody else on my team. Another thing in this there's a 2-man party in this team that was going after me, man. Like, they were calling me out and stuff. You can't see, I don't think you can see in theater mode, like when people were talking, but in game chat, I could see their little, like, you know, they're like talking icons in the top right or top left, wherever it is. Like, oh, he's over here, which was like making me freak out. But I had this other set of streaks, but I saw that I was on a relentless, which I was on a 20, so I didn't want to. This guy was clueless. I felt bad for him, but I didn't want to. This was also a crazy spot right here. So, I got my second streaks, but I didn't want to call him in because I wanted to keep my streak going. I didn't want to end the game really quickly. And right here, this was really dangerous for me, because if I ran behind here and he decided to shoot through those paintings behind the by that fountain right there, that is wall bangable. So you're gonna see later. See, that's one of the guys. It was the ruin in the fire break. So there's the fire break. He was like, oh, he's over here. So as soon as I killed the ruin, he was like, oh, he's over here, and then he started coming over. This is the spot. So this is wall bangable. I knew that, so I had to sprint back to make sure that I didn't die. And boom, there is the nuke, man. I was like, oh my gosh, my heart was racing, man. Like, I didn't think my heart would be racing. But like I don't know. I never thought that on a nuke streak my heart would be racing, but it was. Okay, it was. There's his teammate again. Like, they were like coming at me. Like, after I'd kill one, the other one would come over. It was just crazy. Like, I was freaking out. But I do end up dying off the streak. I only get a 33 gun streak. I get 3 unstoppable medals. Almost choked that gunfight with the hip fire. Hit him with a nice little jump shot. Ooh. Yeah, it was a crazy game. Here's where I die, because I run into 2 people, of course, and that's exactly what I wanted not to happen, is to run into 2 people. That's probably the biggest thing. You want as many 1v1 gunfights as you can, because if there's 3 people shooting at you, there's a good chance you can't strafe 3 people and come out of it alive. So I saw the other one over there, but I was pre-aiming on the opposite side of the van, and he decided to go on the other side, so I ended up dying right there. But I finished this game going 60-3, or 60-4, sorry. You see right there is at 57-4. I get 2 more kills. I believe it's with the sniper's nest. I don't even think that I get them with my vapor, but man, crazy game. I was freaking out. I was watching somebody stream, and I was like, I typed through the chat and everything. I was like, yeah, I wanted this last kill so bad too. I wanted to get 61 and just raise my KD as much as I possibly could. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish the kill. But there we go, 60-4. First ever nuclear. Both of the nukes, I only get 4 deaths. It's crazy. But here's the second one, man. Same class. Post update though, this one I prestige 10. The other one I was like prestige 7 or 8 or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah, it's like really this game was way better, because the first one, was the first one in 2 rounds actually? I think it was. It was in 2 rounds, right? And this one is in 2 rounds as well, but I started this game off thinking like, oh man, this isn't gonna go anywhere, right? So you'll see why I think this in the first place. I get the 3 right there, but then I start going 3-1 after, or is it 4-1, something like that. I was like, okay, 4-1. This could be a good game. I had to worry about that guy with the auto, like the fully auto shotgun, the tier 50 in this battle pass, whatever. But luckily, I made him rage quit. So right there, I saw him come over, and he quickly dipped out of that, which was smart of him because he has a fully auto shotgun. But I saw that, so I kind of thought that he was gonna like push back, so I backed up, and then he came back, and of course he saw that I was back further, which gave me a much bigger advantage. So he was like, no, I dipped out of that, but I kind of expected him to come out of that trailer. And so I looped around and got him right there. I wanted to say that, which is kind of like really delayed. And I also cut out like 3 deaths right here. So right at this point, I'm like 8-4, right? I'm basically like, okay, 8-4. There's nothing really gonna come out of this game. I have a 2 KD right now. You know, like it's just gonna be one of those games. Although like I was kind of clapping cheeks in the beginning, it's probably not gonna like turn out to anything much. I don't know. I wasn't very optimistic about this game, but it was kind of weird. There's the fully auto shoddy guy, freaking me out, man. I really don't like the fact that they added it, but I mean, I have killed a lot of shoddy people off of this streak, so, or not like off the streaks, but like I've just killed auto shoddy. It is a good gun though. It's just situational, like a majority of the guns are. So I missed what my scoreboard said right there, but look at that, man. He just tore me up. Luckily, I was able to hit my shots. I decided to loop around over there. I thought I was getting too close to the bot, or like their spawning area without like actually being in a good position. So I came over here. I got a UAV, or so a teammate got a UAV. I have one as well. But I saw the scanning and I was like, okay, let me just, you know, do a few things. And we ended up winning this first round after I get a decent amount of kills. So by the end of that, I was 18-4. So I went from 8-4 to 18-4, and I'm like, okay, this might be a pretty good game. I'm on a streak right now. Unfortunately, there's no FMJ on the Vapor, so I couldn't shoot through the robot, which is kind of annoying. This guy with the Titan, that guy was freaking me out. Sorry about the game, like the game sound in this game as well. You're not gonna hear any gunshot bullets, which is kind of frustrating, but oh, you know. But there's a lot of spawn trapping right here. Right here, this part was crazy. So the guy with the Titan, there's a vision pulse going on right now, and the guy with the Titan is sitting on a head glitch behind a car. You'll see it right there. And I was like, I need some help. And I saw 3 vision pulses, and each time the dude wasn't moving, and he would like shoot a few times. Like I was like one off the sniper's nest, like I really wanted the sniper's nest and stuff. I was like freaking out, right? And so finally my teammate decided to exchange shots. He gets beamed, but he's weak enough for me to just jump over and tag him a few times and kill him that way. So I got out of a very sticky situation right there, with some luck for my teammates. Almost choked that 14 health, and I was not expecting this guy to spawn right there right as soon as I left that building. So it was kind of a freak moment. I was like, oh my god, you know, I was like scare myself. Like I was talking to a friend at this point. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Don't mind those shots, they were kind of disgusting. Like I did not do very well. But I got lucky with the streaks because they kept trying to shoot down my streaks. I got 3 sets of streaks this match, which is absolutely ridiculous. I saw a bunch of people running around, whatever, but my streaks just kept cleaning them up and stealing my kills and stuff, and I was like, come on, you know, stop stealing my stuff. I was able to get those kills though. Luckily, I got the other UAV as well. They did continue to shoot it down. See, there you go, level 49 prestige 10. And I'm on a relentless at this point. Don't mind that message. That is like not from during the game. That's what's it called? That's like while I was recording in theater mode. Unfortunately, I had to do it in theater mode, but just barely get that kill there, and he started like pre-aiming or pre-firing that while turning that corner. But boom, there's another 5 kills. I was on a brutal, and boom, out of nowhere, this Mantis shows up. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, somebody must have got lucky on their team with the with a care package or something. But almost died right there because of the fire shoddy. Oh my god. Hate operator mods on shoddies, man. It's ridiculous. But that Mantis was scaring me, dude, like for real. Luckily, somebody called in the hacking thing and broke it instantly. So I got really lucky right there. But you know, they buffed the Mantis in this latest update, right? So I mean, I died a bunch from it in the past. So I was like, there's no way that I'm not going to die from it now, right? And luckily, I didn't die from it. That would have killed me off my streak. I would have been so mad. And you see up here, there's like 3 bullets. There's like 3 people there, and my streaks get all of them. I needed like 2 at this point, like 2 or 3 kills. And there's a minute left, so I'm like freaking out. I finally get one. I need to place on the assault pack because I'm running low on ammo, and I'm freaking out. Oh my god, boom, I get the nuke. Oh my gosh, that was like a super stressful nuke. But it's been a while since I hit one. I've been on the 29, and the only reason I didn't get it was because my teammates walked the robot in. Of course, SMH, right? And then I was on a 28 because I got double teamed. I was like so frustrated, but they were both with this gun, or maybe the other one was with I think the other one was with the strike pistol actually, which is kind of interesting to say. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of this game. I was on a 33, finished 74-4, but I'll see you guys in the outro.
Alright, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to slap that like button down below and subscribe if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. But other than that, my name is the Retired God on behalf of Aspire Alliance. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.